Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita
Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
We continue reading from chapter 9 of Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Can somebody please read?
I'll read.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
The spiritual planets are called Vaikunthas because there is no lamentation or fear there and everything is eternal. The spiritual world has been calculated to comprise 3/4 of the energies of the Supreme Lord, and the material world comprises 1/4. But no one can understand what that 3/4 is, since even this material universe cannot be described. Trying to convey to Sanatana Gosvāmī something of the extent of this display of 1/4 of Krishna's energy, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu next cited an incident from the scriptures in which Brahma, the Lord of the universe, came to see Krishna at Dwarka. When Brahma, the first created being in the universe, approached Krishna, the doorman informed Krishna that Brahma had arrived to see him. Upon hearing this, Krishna inquired as to which Brahma had come. And the doorman returned to Brahma and asked, "Which Brahma are you?" Krishna has asked. Brahma was struck with wonder. Why did Krishna ask such a question? Brahma informed the doorman, "Please tell him that the Brahma, who is the father of the 4 Kumaras and who has 4 heads, has come to see him." The doorman informed Krishna and then asked Brahma to come inside. Brahma offered his obeisances unto the lotus feet of Krishna, and after Krishna had received him with all honor, the Lord asked him why he had come. "I shall tell you of my purpose in coming here," Lord Brahma replied. "But first, I ask you to kindly remove a doubt I have. Your doorman told me that you asked which Brahma had come to see you. May I inquire if there are other Brahmas besides me?" Upon hearing this, Krishna smiled and at once called for many Brahmas from many other universes. The 4-headed Brahma then saw many other Brahmas coming to see Krishna and offer their respects. Some of them had 10 heads, some had 20, some had 100, and some even had 1,000,000 heads. Indeed, the 4-headed Brahma could not even count the Brahmas who came to offer their obeisances to Krishna. Krishna then called many other demigods from various universes, and they all came to offer their respects to the Lord. Upon seeing this wonderful exhibition by Krishna, the 4-headed Brahma became nervous and began to think he was just like a mosquito in the midst of many elephants. Since so many demigods were offering obeisances unto the lotus feet of Krishna, Brahma concluded that no one can measure Krishna's unlimited potency. All the helmets of the various demigods and Brahmas shone brightly in the assembly. And when the helmets struck one another, as the demigods offered obeisances, the helmets seemed to make a great sound of prayer. Dear Lord, the demigods said, "It is your great mercy upon us that you have called us to see you. Is there any particular order? If so, we will carry it out at once." "There is nothing especially required of you," Lord Krishna replied. "I only wanted to see you all together at one time. I offer my blessings to you. Don't be afraid of the demons." "By your mercy, everything is all right," they all replied. "There are no disturbances at present, for by appearing on the earth, you have vanquished everything inauspicious." As each Brahma saw Krishna, each thought that Krishna was only within his universe. After this incident, Krishna wished all the Brahmas farewell, and after offering respects to him, they returned to their respective universes. Upon seeing this, the four-headed Brahma at once fell down at the feet of Krishna and said, "What I thought about you before was all nonsense. People may say that they know you perfectly, but as far as I am concerned, I cannot begin to conceive how great you are. You are beyond my understanding." Krishna then informed him, "This particular universe is only 4,000 million miles across, but there are many millions and billions of universes which are far, far greater than this one. Some of these are many trillions of miles across, and all these universes require strong Brahmas with many more than four heads." Krishna further informed Brahma, "This material creation is only 1/4 of my creative potency. 3/4 is in the spiritual kingdom." The four-headed Brahma then offered obeisances to Krishna and departed, now understanding the meaning of the Lord's 3/4 energy.
So here Lord
Yes.
Chaitanya is giving this pastime to Sanatana Gosvāmī just to give an idea that how this quarter energy only we cannot understand. How we'll understand how vast is the 3/4,
Yes.
isn't it? I
Yeah.
mean, if Brahmaji can say that, oh, I cannot understand you, then who are we? Yeah, amazing, no?
Very.
That he's seeing all the Brahmas with even million heads coming bowing down to Krishna, all the demigods coming and bowing down to him. And one more thing to point out is they told him, since you are there on this earth, everything is fine. So whenever the incarnation of the Lord is there, there's always peace, prosperity. There's no pestilence, war, famine, disease, no, nothing like that. Everyone is very happy whenever Krishna or his incarnation is there. So some people may falsely say that, oh, I'm an incarnation of Krishna, but the current state of affairs of this earth, we cannot accept that they are the incarnation.
So all these
And
Brahmas are situated in the material, right? Sky, the material one.
yeah,
Yeah.
in the material sky, each has their universe, each is ruling over a different universe. And so Brahma is seeing so many Brahmas coming and offering their obeisances to Krishna because there are so many universes, unlimited. And then so many demigods also coming.
Mhm. So he is wonderstruck. What's this?
Wonderstruck.
Yeah.
And then in the beginning, before we started reading the pastime, it was written Vaikuntha. Why? What's the meaning of Vaikuntha?
Vaikuntha, the planets that are on the spiritual sky,
Yeah, that's right.
or Vishnu,
And
na? Krishna.
Yeah. And over there, there's no lamentation or fear there, and everything is eternal.
Eternal. Right.
That's why it's called Vaikuntha. Kuntha means anxiety, and Vaikuntha, there's no anxiety, no fear, no lamentation. Everything is eternal.
There's no birth, death, right? Disease.
Yeah. Only
Yeah.
happiness,
Only.
unlimited happiness. Just by being in this uh, Vaikuntha, just being in the spiritual atmosphere, one feels happy.
Mm.
You know, here in the material world, we have to do endeavor, we have to do things to become happy, isn't it?
Yes.
But in the spiritual world, just by being in the spiritual world, one feels happy. That's the nature of the spiritual. Sounds nice, no?
Yeah.
Let's continue reading.
Yeah. The Lord is known as Triyadishwara, a name indicating his principal abodes, Gokul, Mathura, and Dwarka. These three abodes are full of opulences, and Lord Krishna is the master of them all, situated as he is in his transcendental potency. Lord Krishna, the master of all transcendental energies, is thus full with six opulences. And because he is the master of all opulences, all the Vedic literatures acclaim him as the supreme personality of Godhead.
So, what is the Lord? Why is he known as Triyadhishwara?
Because he has all the opulences, all the six opulences, full of
Yeah,
opulences.
yeah, yeah. And he is this
Master of all
Triyadhishwara.
transcendental. Oh,
Yeah, and especially this name, Triyadhishwara, is a name indicating his abode, Gokul, Mathura, and Dwarka.
oh.
And these abodes are full of all opulences. And Krishna is the master of all opulences.
So this Gokula, Mathura, and Dwarka, that's also teen globe, what they say.
No, this is Gokul is where Krishna was having his childhood pastimes, no?
Yeah.
Gokul. And then Mathura is where he's taken to, where he kills Kans. And then Dwarka, later his pastimes and Dwarka. So these three are, he has his pastimes in these places.
But in
The,
the material world, right? What he had his pastimes. What are they trying to say? Is
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
Gokul, Mathura, and Dwarka. And this is there in the spiritual world also.
yeah. But
In
then
Gokul,
here they are
Vrindavan.
indicating it's in the material world, right? Oh,
This one, the
Principle.
Lord is known
that's
as Jayadishwar, a name indicating his principal abodes. These three abodes are the master.
mm,
It does not say
doesn't
whether
say,
here,
no?
but, huh? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't say whether it's in
Yeah,
the
but yeah, but also we have to understand that they are non-different. Whether
yeah.
here or in the spiritual sky, there's the dham is the dham,
Mm,
is the same. We are not able to understand it as yet,
mm,
but the dham is non-different.
mm.
It's the same.
Lord Chaitanya then sang a nice song to Sanatana Gosvāmī about the opulences of Krishna. All the pastimes of Krishna are exactly like the activities of human beings. Therefore, it is to be understood that his form is like that of a human being. Indeed, the human form is an imitation of his form of his form. Krishna is dressed just like a cowherd boy. He has a flute in his hand and he seems to be just like a newly grown youth. He is always playful and he plays just like an ordinary boy.
So Bible also says God made man in his own image. Bible says that also. God made man in his own image. Similarly, this is the original form of Krishna, and he has given us this human form. Of course, his form is transcendental. Ours is just like a reflection. No? Ours is a material form right now. Krishna's is a transcendental form. Our form is his imitation. Not that, because some people think that, oh, because we have form of a human being, so we also think that God has like this form. No, it's not that we are greater than God, that we will give him a form, right?
Yeah.
It's God has a form and then he makes us in his form.
Mm.
Mm.
Thus Lord Chaitanya began telling Sanatana Goswami about the beautiful aspects of Krishna. The Lord said that anyone who understands these beautiful qualities is dipped into an ocean of nectar. Krishna's Yogmaya potency is transcendental, beyond the material energy, but the Lord exhibits his transcendental potency even within this material world just to satisfy his confidential devotees. In other words, Krishna appears in the material world to satisfy his devotees. His qualities are so attractive that Krishna himself becomes eager to understand himself. When he is fully decorated and stands with his body curved in three ways, with his eyebrows always moving and his eyes so attractive, the gopis became enchanted. His special abode is at the top of the spiritual sky, and he resides there with his associates, the cowherd boys, the gopis, and all the goddesses of fortune. It is there, it is there that he is known as Madan Mohana. Madan
Mm.
Mohan.
Madan Mohan, the attractor of the Cupid. Cupid is Madan and Mohan, attractor. So Krishna attracts even the Cupid. And Radharani is called Madan Mohan Mohini because she attracts even Krishna. And Cupid is so attractive. We get all attracted by Cupid, but Cupid is attracted by Krishna. And then Radharani is so attractive that she attracts even Krishna.
Mhm.
So Krishna, the principal reason for him appearing in the material world is not to kill demons, but to have the loving pastimes with his devotees. Satisfies devotees. His devotees want to be with him. They want to have these pastimes with him. That's why he comes.
So it's a reciprocation, both like the devotees want to please Krishna and Krishna also satisfies,
Wants,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, this is devotees.
yeah, reciprocation. Yeah.
Mm. There are many different pastimes of Krishna, such as his pastimes in the forms of Vasudev and Sankarshan. In the material world, he performs pastimes as the first Purush incarnation, the creator of the material world. There are also pastimes in which he incarnates as a fish or a tortoise or takes the forms of Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, incarnations of the material qualities. In his pastimes, as an empowered incarnation, he takes the form of King Prithu, and he also performs pastimes as the supersoul in everyone's heart and as the impersonal Brahman as well.
So we can see, we have been hearing past few days that how Krishna has so many incarnations, no?
Mm.
So many. Here, a few of them are again mentioned. And then these incarnations, they are performing different pastimes. And some of them are having very loving relationships. Some they act like how Prithu Maharaj is acting like he's, being the example, really being an example of how a ruler should be. So this is wonderful, Krishna, wonderful pastimes.
Among Krishna's innumerable pastimes, however, the most important are his human like activities: frolicking in Vrindavan, dancing with the gopis, playing with the Pandavas on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and playing in Mathura and Dwarka. And his most important pastimes in the human form are those in which he appears as a cowherd boy, a newly grown youth who plays a flute, just a partial manifestation of his pastimes in Golok, in Gokul, Mathura, and Dwaravati or Dwarka can overflood the whole universe with love of Godhead. Everyone can be attracted by the beautiful qualities of Krishna.
Hmm. Yeah, true, no?
Yeah.
Krishna's
Everyone was
pastime.
said, yeah, everyone was attracted, no?
Yeah.
This form. The manifestation of Krishna's internal potency, Yog Maya, is not exhibited in the part of the kingdom of God comprising the Vaikuntha planets. But Krishna does exhibit that internal potency within the universe when he descends from his personal abode out of his inconceivable mercy. Krishna is so wonderful and attractive that he himself becomes attracted by his own beauty. And this is proof that he is full of all inconceivable potencies. As far as the ornaments decorating Krishna's body are concerned, it appears that they do not beautify him, but that they themselves become beautiful simply simply by being on his body. Always standing in a three curved way, he attracts all living entities, including the demigods. Indeed, he even attracts the Narayan form, who presides in every Vaikuntha planet.
Yeah. Krishna's inconceivable potencies that he gets attracted by his own beauty. He was looking in his reflection and he was like, oh my God, this is so beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is there any significance of the three curved standing of the
Um,
pose?
I think that is, but I'm not sure what it is. You know,
Mm,
yeah. I've heard some devotees would mention that reference, but yeah, I'm not sure.
okay.
So Krishna attracts even Narayan. He attracts
Yeah.
even Lord Vishnu. But I'm not able to understand this. The manifestation of Krishna's internal potency, Yoga Maya, is not
It's not.
exhibited in the part of the
Mm,
kingdom of God comprising the Vaikuntha planets. But Krishna does exhibit that internal potency within the universe when he descends from his personal abode out of his inconceivable mercy.
yeah.
What I think this is that even in Vaikuntha, Krishna does not perform such loving Braj pastimes as he's performing in Vrindavan. But yeah, when he descends to the whichever universe he is in, and then he performs these loving, intimate pastimes. Is that what it is? At least this is how I understand that.
Maybe could be, na? Could mean that, yeah.
Yeah, could be, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. And then we always wear ornaments so that we can look beautiful. Right? The ornaments look beautiful because
They
Krishna
look
is
good.
wearing them.
Yeah. Mm.
Isn't that so wonderful? Want to continue reading or what do you want to do?
We have 7 minutes. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We have 8 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we can read
Just
some more then. Okay.
Chapter 10, The Beauty of Krishna. Krishna is known as Madan Mohan because he conquers the mind of Cupid. He is also known as Madan Mohan due to his bestowing favors upon the damsels of Braj and accepting their devotional service. After conquering Cupid's pride, the Lord engages in the Ras dance as the new Cupid. He is also known as Madan Mohan because of his ability to conquer the minds of women with his 5 arrows of form: taste, smell, sound, and touch. The pearls of the necklace hanging on Krishna's neck are as white as ducks, and the peacock feather decorating his head is colored like a rainbow. His yellow garments is like lightning in the sky, and Krishna himself is like a newly arrived cloud. The gopis, uh, the gopis are like food grains in the field, and when the clouds pour rain on those grains, it appears that Krishna is nourishing the hearts of the gopis by calling down his pastime rain of mercy. Indeed, ducks fly in the sky during the rainy season, and rainbows can also be seen at that time. Krishna freely moves among his friends as a cowherd boy in Vrindavan, and when he plays his flute, all living creatures, mobile and immobile, are overwhelmed with ecstasy. They quiver, and tears flow from their eyes.
Hmm. This is like beautiful poetry, you know?
Mhm.
So Madan Mohan is called because he conquers Cupid, and then Madan Mohan also due to his.
Bestowing favors upon the damsels of Raj and accepting their devotional service.
And then he's also called Madan Mohan because.
Of his ability to conquer the minds of women with his 5 arrows of form, taste, smell, sound, and touch.
So the eyes are feasting, looking at Krishna, smelling him, tasting his beauty, sound, hearing him, touching him. So the women are gone crazy. The only thing they can think of is Krishna. And it's reference to the ducks as his pearls on his neck. The peacock feather is like rainbow. The garment is like lightning. And Krishna's color is like a newly formed cloud. Oh. And the gopis are like food grains. And when there's rains on the grains, Krishna is nourishing the hearts of the gopis. So it's like very poetic, isn't it?
Mm, beautiful, yeah.
When he plays his flute, all living creatures, mobile and immobile, are overwhelmed with ecstasy. They quiver and tears flow from their eyes.
Krishna's conjugal love is the summit of his various opulences. He is the master of all riches, all strength, all fame, all beauty, all knowledge, and all renunciation. And out of these, his perfect beauty is his conjugal attraction. Such perfect conjugal beauty eternally exists only in the form of Krishna, whereas his other opulences are present in his Narayan form.
His perfect beauty is his conjugal attraction, means in the Madhurya Ras, right?
Yeah.
Such perfect beauty is there only in Krishna's form, not Narayana. So yeah, devotees can have this relationship with Krishna in Madhurya Ras, not with Narayan. With Narayan is more in Dasya or Shanta. Beautiful. You all wanna
Beautiful.
say anything or express anything?
No, it's clear, yeah.
Gama Prabhu ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Hare Krishna.